About 5 weeks ago, I left a message on my channel saying that I would be gone for an undetermined amount of time. This year has been a difficult one, and recently everything came to a halt. I wasn't sure if I was going to open up about what happened. Despite making these videos, I like to remain quite private, but as events unfolded, I decided I wanted to share. But to tell the story, I will go back in time just a little bit. This year, I spent a lot of time traveling to my family in the Netherlands, and whenever I came back to my little house here in Sweden, the grass would be overgrown and the jobs piled up. When I came back from one of the last trips in the middle of June, there was a box filled with plants that had been delivered while I was gone. They'd been sitting outside my house for a week without sun or water. This was the year that I wanted to try and do more with my outside space. I was buying flowers and I was excited to make areas for them in the garden. I ordered some plants and they arrived while I wasn't here. So I've been a bit concerned by their survival. Definitely need to water. Oh, I'm very much hoping they're going to survive this. They're bigger than I thought they were going to be. Another gooseberry. So these poor plants have been without light for quite some time. I have to say, some of these are a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. And some of them, like these, are so small, I've got absolutely no idea what they're supposed to be. I thought that these would have some flowers, but it looks like they're probably going to have flowers in about 3 years from now. So that's interesting. Most excitingly, I have got some climbing vines. I think I'm just a little bit obsessed with them. I've got 3 clematis, so you can imagine I've got things to build for them to go. Hope you'll be happy here. Oh, what am I doing? I thought I would be home for weeks or a month, so I continued to work in the garden and I started by making the last planter I planned to put next to the front door. At this point, I'd only been home for a few days. I was trying to get back into the swing of things, mixing these two lives. I was in the middle of making this planter box. I was working in a vegetable garden. I wanted to finally finish that firewood shed I started months ago and store the firewood that was still lying on the ground. But then I got called to come back. I booked a flight for the next afternoon, and I spent that last day preparing the house and garden for my leaving again. I sowed seeds and put as many of the new plants in the ground so they wouldn't die. When I left, I had no idea how long I'd be away for, if it would be days or months. I was gone for 3 weeks. 3 weeks that felt like months, during which my life irrevocably changed. When I came back, everything was overgrown once again, and my life had shifted. Everything was different. So I left again. I had this idea of going to Norway and going for a walk in nature to leave everything familiar behind for a few days or a week. I didn't have a solid plan when I booked train tickets for the next day. I just got my things together and left. I picked up a book along the way and imagined mountains, some long walks, and maybe even some sort of alternative reality in which everything was okay again. That first day I rounded lakes and scraggly peaks. I set off from a busy hut and felt a sense of calm immediately, but I also felt a little detached. It had been the kind of journey I wanted to talk to someone about. Getting there took 12 hours longer than it was supposed to, and the person I would usually share this with wasn't there to receive my messages. So I found myself in the Norwegian mountains to find beauty or to distract myself, I'm not sure. But it's probably time I told you what happened. It just hasn't been very easy to just say. So I'm in Norway. I needed to get away from everything a little bit. How do I say this? I've been gone for a little while. This year has been quite difficult. I've been going up and down to the Netherlands a lot, and recently my mum died, and she wasn't supposed to die. I traveled back and forth a lot this year to see her, and then she went into hospice, and I stayed with her, and then she died. My mommy died. My mom was someone with boundless energy who loved to do things. She pursued her passions for music, cycling, gardening, and most recently, she'd been helping me. She dug a trench for my water pipes when I first moved here, helped me make a vegetable garden, and loved the beautiful trails in the area. She'd planned to spend the summer in Sweden this year, and we wanted to buy a small house together, so she could spend the summers tending her own Swedish garden. She wasn't finished with life. She had all these plans, and suddenly, they were gone. In the late 70s, my mum cycled from the Netherlands to the North Cape twice, and she always wanted to do it a third time when she was retired, but it never happened. I came to Norway maybe because of that. Maybe something of hers was left here, and I could find it and treasure it.
There are two trails here, sort of parallel to each other. One of them goes to the peak of a mountain of some sort. Then the other one skirts around it. And I'm on the one that skirts around it because I don't really care about hitting peaks. My plan was to just get away from everything and walk around for a few days. I've entered the trail is a giant rock part of the hike. Maybe I should go to a different national park where the trails are walkable, because the whole idea was to go for an easy walk, but this is not an easy walk. But maybe it's good. Maybe a bit of a challenge is good as well.
When I planned the trip, I didn't realize quite well enough at which altitude this national park sat. I was in Jotunheimen, and instead of following the pretty trails and seeing where fate would take me, I ended up following quite a strenuous loop through plateaus of rock, some lingering snow, and a lot of scrambling up and down mountainsides.
Oh my goodness. I came from over there somewhere, but I've got a clear path ahead of me for, well, maybe just for a few hundred meters, who knows, but I just went through another hut and I managed to buy an ice cream and a coffee and a tiny thing of sunscreen. Okay, that was a little bit steep, but I made it. I bought something I don't usually bring on a hike. An actual book. I actually got it on my journey because I was so bored, and I figured the idea is not to do a hike, it's just to be out there and enjoy it. So I have a book. I haven't been enjoying the food that I brought, so for tonight I'm going to try and mix some noodles, spicy ramen, and couscous. I cold soak everything, so this is going to take a little bit of time. I have friends! Oh, look at that one! Hi! Oh, cutie! Now let's add some couscous.
got some tuna, olives, and even some cucumber and little tomatoes that I can add. This is quite good. I have felt very calm ever since coming up on this trail. It's been very peaceful, which is nice, but I also feel a bit numb, just in general, I think. I've entered the rocky part of the trail again. I made it to a very well-known spot here. It's very touristy, but it's very pretty. Okay, that was the worst scramble ever. If I'd known that this route was going to be like this, I would have taken a different one. I'm here for an easy walk in the mountains, not for mountains. There was a family ahead of me, and I'm so happy because I was able to just copy them and follow where they were going down, because otherwise I would have never found out. If I'd been on my own, I would not have felt safe. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Filtering water here. The scramble is wild. It's absolutely wild. And I had to scramble down, which is more difficult than scrambling up. So it's certainly been an adventure. It's certainly been a distraction. I thought today was going to be flat, but turns out still had to go for this entire mountain up, and then I still need to go down. After that, I think it's sort of flat-ish till the end, but there's so much scrambling here. Wow. I know this national park is mountainous,
But I figured if there's peaks, there must be valleys. I saw pictures with trees on them. Wow, was I wrong? So, don't know how I feel about it, but I don't know. I'm doing it. I think at the end of the day, it's okay. It's an unexpected adventure. Maybe this is what was supposed to happen for whatever reason. Maybe this is what I needed. Tonight could be bad weather, so I want to camp sort of near a hut just to get the illusion of safety. I've got myself a little spot close to the next hut, right by the water, a little bit sheltered, but the sky is looking okay, so hopefully bad weather is not happening, but who knows. So the bad weather came. There's been lightning and thunder, and I've just been sitting here with my eyes and my ears closed like this. And I think it's raining so much that I'm starting to notice a leak in my tent. Oh gosh, what a night. Oh. I'm making quite a late start. I didn't sleep that well because of the rain. I was on a slight slope, so half of me kept sort of going into the outside. That was wet. So, oh, look at this. Wow. I am taking the longer route back to Lervassby. Apparently, the route via Olafsby is a little bit nicer, according to the man at the hut. So I'm going to try it. Today is day 5 and I brought 5 days worth of food, so I guess today's my last day. I'm at pretty high elevation now, and it's pretty cold up here. And I managed with this for quite a while, but now I have to add some layers. I think I see reindeer up there. It's kind of cool, isn't it? On my last day. Sun has come out and I am so hot. mountain behind me was a wild way down. I have a couple more kilometers to go, and then I am a few kilometers from the bus tomorrow morning. So I just need to keep on going. I put on all my layers.
After 5 days of hiking in the mountains, I went back to the life that I tried to leave. Nothing had changed. My mom was still gone. I thought I knew what death would be like, but now I know I never quite got it. There's something so permanent about her death, almost as if it's always been this way. And at the same time, my feelings and memories are so vivid. And everything she's touched is everywhere. Like she never left at all.
I'm back in what has become a jungle. I just left everything here, and now somehow I need to continue. I had all of these plans for the garden this year. My mum was going to be here all summer, and I bought all of these flowers. I was ready to finally actually do something with this whole space, because there's so much of it and it's just been too much. I have all of these flowers, I've grown flowers from seed even. So much time has passed now. So I'm back and I feel like the summer is almost over already, and I don't really know how to do it on my own. Because I have all of these plants, like these clematis here, and I bought all of this timber for these little structures outside, and then I would have these flowers climb up on them. But now it's too late in the year. I got all of these dahlia bulbs to plant, and I even had a pallet of soil delivered so I could plant them, and all of that just seems like I don't even know where to start. I'm also still supposed to work on the house. I still have to paint the exterior. There's this whole porch area that needs a lot of work, and it's just, you know, I've been growing these things and they're all confusing me as well. Like, I'm trying to figure out what this is. I grew it from seeds, and I was actually really good. I put signs with everything that I sowed to remember what it was, but for a couple of things I didn't. And now I have no idea what they are, and sometimes I don't even know whether it's a salad that I could eat or whether it's a flower. And here I put 3 tiny flowers, and I put them in here, and they've grown so much, and I would love to know what they are. And I really just want to send a picture to my mum and ask her. Or, you know, for her to be here and laugh at it together. Because we both don't know. And I can't. And it's not so much fun. But it's quite amazing. It has this very velvety stalk, and it's growing very big. I am very happy to see that this clematis, which was very much dying when I came back, I put them all inside the house when I was in Norway and gave them lots of water, and it's growing again. So these 3 are going to live, but I need to somehow find a spot for them, and I just don't even know where to start with this whole building. The things that I wanted to build This little vegetable garden is looking so sweet. I have no idea what to do with any of these things. I've got so much onion growing, and the oregano bushes are massive. There's way too much of it, but it looks so happy, and there's so many bees and butterflies. I'm even growing some courgettes. The cucumbers aren't really doing much. I don't have anything in the greenhouse because I was gone for so long and I can't water it, and at least out here when it rains it will get water. I would love to know what this is. I think this might be one singular flower that came up. I've got a few sunflowers as well. The best thing are the poppies, and I think while I was in Norway they actually started blooming, but I think the rain destroyed most of them. But there's 2 poppies and they are so gorgeous. They're this deep purple red and they just look so beautiful with the oregano and the lavender. And I really love it. And my mum would have loved it so much. She so badly wanted to be here. I think I want to just sit in this little garden. So cute. I think the best thing is for me to first finish this planter box at the front of the house, so at least that's done, and then I can sort out some of these plants and flowers. When I stopped work on this, I was literally in the middle of screwing things in and just left it, but while I was gone this timber is dried out and there's all of these gaps, and the other plants that I've already made have lots of gaps in between the slats, which isn't very nice, but not something I can change on those. But for this one I'll push it all down and fix it a little bit.
I haven't felt the sun or the blowing of the wind. Don't know where to go. Haven't heard where she's been to be happy. Stay strong. To feel love, to be I haven't read a book without skipping a beat. I don't take the time. I don't know how to wait to be happy. Stay strong. To feel love.
So while I was gone, this mole in my garden had a big old party, and there's so many new heaps that I can use for my planter. Heaps of soil dug up, so I'm going to use that.
I wrote them all a song so I could sing for you to be happy. Stay strong. To feel love, to be known, to be happy. Stay strong. To feel love, to be known.
trying to figure out which plant I'm going to put in my new box. Thing is that I bought lots of perennials and they get very tall. They actually don't really suit the planters that I have, but I do need to put them somewhere, so I'm going to just get going with that. I've got this poppy. Okay, I've got this crazy coloured echinacea, which I like. A little cheddar. I think I'll try these too. And this one behind here deserves some space. Oh, this poor plant. But she wasn't getting a lot of light anymore. I hope you'll be happier. I got 2 of these chairs months ago now. I got them to have a couple of nicer chairs that were comfortable because they're adjustable for my mum and myself during the summer, and then I forgot to take them out, so I do need some cushions, but I'm going to put them on the deck.